Champions League quarterfinal draw this morning. Are you happy with the matchups? There's going to be some very good games in these quarterfinals, guys. Some of them could have been finals. As for the Italian teams, I think they got a pretty decent matchup. Honestly, I don't think it could have went better for the Italian teams, and I'll explain to you why in a second. So let's start right away. First game, guys, Milan versus Napoli. So I'm a bit disappointed that the Italian teams are facing each other in the quarterfinals, but in reality, they're pretty good matchups. Why? Because I think in the Italian Serie A, anybody can beat anybody. Yes, Napoli right now is on fire, and they're flying, and they're ahead of everybody, and I concede it. They're a very good team. However, the first game of the season between Milan and Napoli, it was a lot closer than what people remember. And so, yes, Napoli won at the end. Milan could have scored the 2-2, an incredible occasion for Giroud that he missed, but the game was very close. I think Milan lost some points along the way against smaller teams that they shouldn't have lost to. They had that horrible month of January. But besides that, I think it would have been a lot closer in Serie A. That doesn't mean that Napoli wouldn't win, but I think it would have been a lot closer. On the other matchup, Benfica versus Inter. And once again, I think this is a great matchup. Why? Because Benfica is a very tough team, yes, but is beatable for a team like Inter. It's better than facing Manchester City, Bayern Munich, or even Real Madrid. And so for the Italian teams, I think it's going to be interesting. Benfica, not to take lightly, like I said, they finished top of their group ahead of PSG and Juventus. That's an incredible feat. They destroyed Club Brugge. Porto, very difficult for Inter. They had good games, but they also saved themselves at the end. So never easy to play against these Portuguese teams. They shouldn't take them lightly. I really think that Inter can come out of it. I really think that it's going to be a toss-up for Milan and Napoli. I hope Milan comes up on top. I think they can come up on top. The good thing is that the winner of these two matches will face each other in the semifinals. So Italy has some pretty good chance, a high chance of having two Italian teams in the semifinals, which would then lead to, of course, one team in the final. On the other side of the bracket, guys, these are the big matchups. Why? Because Real Madrid plays against Chelsea. Chelsea, a tough team in the Champions League. They've been playing very well. In the EPL, not so great. But Real Madrid, guys, is a juggernaut of a team. They're a beast of a team. They have so much experience competition-wise. The Champions League is their competition, right? They're the kings of the Champions League. I don't think Chelsea beats Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid will move on. And then there's Manchester City versus Bayern Munich. Guys, Manchester City can beat Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich can beat Manchester City. It's going to be a very tough game. I think experience-wise, Bayern has a bit of an edge. I think Bayern takes this matchup, but it's going to be very, very tough. And on that side of the bracket, by the time they get to the final, three humongous teams will be out. So either Real Madrid, Chelsea, Bayern, or Manchester City will all be out of this competition. So we'll see who comes out on top, who prevails. But definitely an easier task, if you want, on the Italian side of the bracket. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. Leao versus Kvaratskhelia. If Leao doesn't wake up, Napoli is going to win this game. But if Milan plays like Milan plays, I think we can create some problems. Guys, let me know what you think. Write in the comments, like and subscribe. Are you happy with the matchups? Who do you think is going to win? It's going to be an incredible Champions League quarterfinals. Let me know what you think.